when did it become controversial to say that I don't like illegal immigration? What is wrong with that? I don't like people entering the country and then using the resources, the limited resources that they have, and committing crimes. And when I say committing crimes, obviously it's called illegal immigration. So you will be deported, which is your punishment for, committing a crime, something you're not supposed to do. And here's the thing, when people say that we have to be nice to the refugees who are here and they came illegally, by the way, when did South Africa become an orphanage? When did any country become an orphanage? You have to follow procedure. There are actual procedures to fleeing your country and then trying to take refuge in another. But a lot of them, since the world does not like to follow its own rules, a lot of the procedures are ignored and people will just come. Whether you're committing crimes or not is none of my business, but then you use the limited resources like the electricity, the water, and then you spark all kinds of outrage and controversy, even though you weren't supposed to be here in the first place because you're here illegally. Let me re-emphasize that this is not a charity. If you are here illegally, you must be deported like everybody else and try to get actual citizenship. If you are coming from a war-ridden zone, follow procedure. If you don't want to do that, whose problem is that? I know it's not the country's. Now, I want you to do something difficult. I want you to use your brains. Like, when one of them is injured, because a lot of them, they're from war-ridden zones or whatever, when they are injured, is it really fair that the hospital prioritizes them over people who are actually here legally and who are more deserving of the resources, like the medical care and the medicine and stuff? Hey, this thing of trying to gain approval and trying to be seen as an activist, it really doesn't work in the grand scheme of things, because you're trying to seem open-minded, but you're just showing how close-minded you are, because you are putting other people who are you are putting criminals here first over people who actually are more entitled to the resources. Unbelievable.